Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Todd. This is Todd. For today's video, I have decided to do stuffed eggs with parsley. Now, the original recipe calls for tarragon, but parsley is listed as a substitute. So for this, you are going to need 6 hard-boiled eggs. Well, these are more along the lines of in between a soft and hard-boiled egg, but that is what you're going to need, 6 of those. You're going to need a couple tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley. You are going to need 1 5-ounce can of tuna with extra virgin olive oil, and this is a 4.5-ounce can, not drained, which we are not going to need to drain this. You're also going to need capers and some additional extra virgin olive oil. So to start, I've already halved these lengthwise and put the yolks in a separate bowl. I'm going to go ahead and set this here out of the way in the back and bring this forward. I am going to start by adding in about 2 tablespoons of this fresh chopped parsley, right about there. Then I'm going to take some of my capers, and I'm just going to drain the liquid off of this, and right about there, about a tablespoon of them. Now, since the recipe called for these capers to be in wine vinegar, I am going to add in a little bit of white wine vinegar. So I got my white wine vinegar to substitute for the fact that these were not in vinegar, or a wine vinegar. So I'm going to put in about a teaspoon, maybe a little more. I'm not really measuring, I'm just eyeing. And the recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to go ahead and add that just by eye. That should be about enough. And I am not going to drain this. The recipe says to drain it. I'm going to risk it. But there ain't much olive oil in this anyways, so I am going to grab a spoon right quick and dump this right on in. Actually, I'm going to mash all this up right here first. Alright, so I'm just going to mash this together. And these eggs, you're going to want to boil for about 8 minutes. That's what the recipe said. I did a little longer than that, maybe 8.5, 9. And you're going to want to go ahead and put those in the water when it's boiling. And then after you set a timer for your 8 to 9 minutes, you will take it out and immediately remove them from the hot water by draining it, whatnot. Then add it into a ice bath to stop the cooking process, and that also has an advantage of helping release the shell from the egg. So I'm going to go ahead and add in this tuna. Okay, so I went ahead and snuck a bite out of the tuna. It's actually pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix this in and try and break the tuna up into the mix. Okay, so right about there. And I'm going to add in a little bit of salt, because I don't think it's going to be enough. So I'm just going to take a salt shaker and just put a little in. A little bit of black pepper too, for the heck of it. And give this another quick little stir. Alright, so I am happy with that. That looks good. I'm going to go ahead and just grab this spoon out of the sink. It's still clean. And I'm going to just do the rest of these with this. So Just plop it in there like that. And proceed to fill every single egg. And this actually smells amazing. So I'm hoping it tastes good. Might not look... to me it looks good. I don't know how good it's going to pick up on the camera, but it actually looks amazing. I'm kind of hoping there's extra filling left over so I can eat it by itself, but this is pretty much how it's done. Didn't even really follow the recipe. I just glanced at it, threw everything together. So it's... Now the recipe does call for flat leaf Italian parsley. I could not find that at my store that I shop at, so I just went with some regular curly parsley and chopped it rather fine. So, and it looks like I am going to have extra of this filling, so I'm kind of happy about that. I mean, I already like hard-boiled eggs, and this is just a glorified deviled egg, if you'd want to call it that. So, there's that. I'm going to grab some pepper and just sprinkle the top with a little more black pepper, like that, for aesthetics. Then take some additional parsley and just sprinkle that on top, like so. And this is done. This should be enough for about 3 people, so at least that's what the recipe said. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this video up right here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. If you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I put another video out, you can go ahead and smash that bell icon right next to the subscribe button too. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to come along with me on this journey of mine.